thought Meadow was just being a typical cat. Turns out he was screaming for help, and I couldn't hear him. Picture this. 6 months after Meadow's urinary blockage, I thought I'd become an expert at reading him. I knew his purrs, his sleeping positions, his quirks. I was confident, maybe even a little cocky, that I'd never miss another warning signal. Then one day, I noticed something strange. Meadow had a small bald patch on his side, just a tiny spot. Probably scratched himself. I thought, no big deal. 2 weeks later, the patch was bigger. He was spending more time under the bed, and sometimes, just sometimes, I'd catch him pacing in the hallway at 2 a.m. You're not alone in this. Here's what most people don't realize. Cats are masters of hiding pain and stress. Those subtle signs I was seeing, they were Meadow's way of screaming, and I almost missed them again. Today, I'm sharing how to know if your cat is stressed, including the hidden warning signals that even experienced cat parents miss. This is Meadow's story, but it could be your cat's story too. Let's break this down together. If you're part of the MEDO'S Paws family, you know we don't just share cat facts. We share stories that save lives. Hit that subscribe button because this one matters. Let's do this together.
Pet tips, tricks, and love. MEDO'S Paws, your guide to happy, healthy pets.
The thing about stressed cat behavior is that it whispers before it screams. And I was about to learn that lesson the hard way. Let me paint you a picture of those 2 weeks. Meadow was still eating, check. Still using his litter box, check. Still purring when I pet him, check. By every obvious measure, he seemed fine. But that feeling when everything just clicks? I had the opposite. Something felt off. The bald patch was the first visible sign. What I didn't know then was that this was psychogenic alopecia, stress-induced over-grooming. Meadow was literally grooming himself bald because his body was flooded with cortisol, the stress hormone. Here are the subtle signs I started documenting. Physical signs of cat stress. Over-grooming leading to bald patches, what I saw first. Dilated pupils, mydriasis, even in bright light. Flattened ears more often than usual. Piloerection, fur standing up slightly. Tail twitching rapidly while sitting still. I get it. I've been there too. You see 1 or 2 of these signs and think, maybe he's just having an off day. But here's what cat body language was telling me. Meadow's sympathetic nervous system was in overdrive. His body was in constant fight-or-flight mode. You already know what needs to change when you see these signs. The question is, will you catch them in time? But the physical signs? Those were just the beginning. What happened next showed me the truly hidden signs of cat stress, the ones that are completely misunderstood. Week 3 is when Meadow's stress moved from subtle to serious, and I almost dismissed every single warning signal. It was 2:47 a.m. I remember because I checked my phone when I heard it. Pacing back and forth in the hallway. When I went to check on him, I found Meadow crouching low, eyes wide, completely hypervigilant. He couldn't settle, couldn't sleep deeply. He was stuck in survival mode. The next morning, I found something that made my stomach drop. Urine. Outside the litter box, not near it, across the room on my favorite chair. My first reaction? Anger. Meadow, why would you do this? But then I remembered what the vet told me after his urinary blockage. Inappropriate elimination, peeing outside the litter box, is never about spite. It's about stress, it's about pain, it's a warning signal. Hidden behavioral sign I was seeing? Litter box avoidance, the chair incident. Pacing at odd hours, hypervigilance. Hiding more than usual, under the bed, behind the couch. Excessive vocalization, yowling, particularly at night. Unable to settle, couldn't find a comfortable position. Scarcity mindset, suddenly eating too fast due to fear of losing food. Imagine how good it would feel to finally understand. When a cat suddenly changes routine, especially bathroom habits, they're not being bad. They're communicating the only way they know how. That morning, I called the veterinarian. Not in a week, not tomorrow. That morning, because I'd learned my lesson once and I wasn't going to miss it twice. The diagnosis? It wasn't what I expected, but it explained everything, and it's something that affects millions of cats in silence. The veterinarian said 3 words that changed how I see cat anxiety symptoms forever. Feline idiopathic cystitis. Let me explain what was happening inside Meadow's body. Feline idiopathic cystitis. Basically, bladder inflammation triggered by stress. No infection, no stones, just pure stress manifesting as physical pain. The vet explained it like this. When cats experience chronic stress, their cortisol levels stay elevated. This affects everything: the gastrointestinal, GI, upset causing decreased appetite, the sympathetic nervous system keeping them in constant alert mode, and ultimately, feline lower urinary tract disease. But why is he stressed? I asked. Nothing's changed. The vet looked at me kindly. Has anything changed for him? And then it hit me. 3 weeks earlier, my schedule changed. I'd started working from home 2 days a week instead of 5. My routine shifted. To me, it was small. To Meadow, his entire world was disrupted. Turns out signs your cat is stressed often come from things we humans barely notice. Disrupted routine, my schedule change, territorial insecurity, feeling unsafe in their own home, lack of environmental enrichment, boredom causing stress, loss of vertical space, I'd rearranged furniture, removing his favorite perch, resource guarding, even though MEDO'S an only cat, he felt insecure. This isn't just theory, I've seen it firsthand. I caused MEDO'S stress by trying to improve our home. I removed his cat tree during a furniture rearrangement because it didn't match the aesthetic. You know that moment when everything just clicks? This was the opposite. I'd traded MEDO'S mental health for interior design. Parent of the year right here. If you've ever accidentally stressed out your cat while trying to help, hit that like button. We're all learning together here at MEDO'S Paws. Let's do this together. But here's where the story gets worse before it gets better. Because stress in cats, it escalates fast. Week 4 is when I learned that cat anxiety symptoms can become debilitating if ignored. The over-grooming got worse, the bald patches multiplied, and then one morning, I saw something that terrified me. MEDO was panting. Just sitting there, mouth open, panting like a dog. Cats don't pant from being hot. They pant from severe stress or a medical emergency. I reached for him and he did something he'd never done before. He hissed at me. Not a playful sound, a genuine fear-driven hiss. When I moved closer, he started growling, low and warning. The escalated signs of cat stress: hissing at family members, fear response; growling when approached, defensive behavior; panting, severe stress indicator; redirected aggression, aggression in cats aimed at safe targets; complete litter box avoidance, territorial insecurity; refusal to eat, gastrointestinal upset from stress. Here's what most people don't realize about cat separation anxiety and chronic stress. It becomes a vicious cycle. Stress causes physical symptoms. Physical symptoms cause more stress. The cycle continues until intervention happens. MEDO was stuck in this cycle and his body was breaking down. The vet gave me a choice: aggressive intervention now, or risk permanent behavioral changes and serious health complications. Chronic stress in cats can lead to permanent anxiety disorders, ongoing urinary tract issues, immune system suppression, and behavioral problems that never fully resolve. I'd caught it just in time, but barely. So what did we do? How did we break the cycle? The solution was simpler than I expected, but it required completely rethinking MEDO'S environment. The veterinarian gave me homework, and it saved MEDO'S life. The solution wasn't medication, at least not primarily. It was about understanding territory, pheromones, and what cats actually need to feel safe. First thing I did, went straight to the pet store and bought the tallest cat tree they had. Vertical space, the solution to so many cat stress problems. Cats feel safe when they can survey their territory from above. Within hours, MEDO was up there. And you know that moment when everything just clicks? I saw his pupils return to normal size for the first time in weeks. His ears relaxed. His tail stopped twitching. I actually teared up watching him slowly blink from his new perch. He felt safe again. Here's what the veterinarian recommended for environmental enrichment: vertical space via cat trees, minimum 2 levels; hiding spots, boxes, cat tunnels, furniture gaps; consistent routine, same feeding times, same play times; pheromone diffusers, synthetic calming scents; multiple resources, even for single cats; multiple water bowls, litter boxes; interactive play, 15 minutes twice daily to burn cortisol; slow blinking practice, reduces mutual stress. The pheromone diffuser was wild. It's basically cat aromatherapy. I plugged it in, and within 48 hours, MEDO went from hyper-vigilant stress ball to, well, a slightly less stressed stress ball. Progress. The veterinarian mentioned that a multi-cat household is the #1 source of feline stress. Even if your cats get along, they may be experiencing territorial insecurity. The solution? More of everything. More litter boxes, more food stations, more vertical space. Drop a comment, single cat or multi-cat household. Share your stress reduction tips below. Join us and experience the difference of learning together at MEDO'S Paws. Recovery wasn't overnight, but it was real. Week 1 after changes, the panting stopped. The hissing stopped. He started eating normally again. Week 2, the bald patches stopped growing. New fur started coming in. He started sleeping deeply again. No more 2 a.m. pacing. Week 3, he used his litter box consistently. The inappropriate elimination stopped completely. Week 4, I found him grooming normally. Not over-grooming, just regular maintenance. His tail twitching became normal, relaxed movement. By week 6, the cat body language was completely different. Relaxed ears, normal pupils, slow blinking. That beautiful, content posture of a cat who feels safe in their territory. The over-grooming scars healed. The psychogenic alopecia resolved. The feline idiopathic cystitis went into remission. Imagine how good it would feel to finally see your cat relaxed again. That's what I got to experience. And it started with learning how to know if your cat is stressed. But here's the thing, I almost missed it. Those subtle signs could have become chronic, debilitating conditions. The warning signals were there, I just needed to learn the language. So how to know if your cat is stressed? Now you know. But more importantly, you know what to do about it. Today, MEDO has his routines back. His vertical space is sacred. His environment is enriched with hiding spots, toys, and predictable patterns. And most importantly, I watch for the subtle signs every single day. Watch for these signs of cat stress. Physical, over-grooming, bald patches, dilated pupils, flattened ears, piloerection, panting. Behavioral, hiding, pacing, litter box avoidance, excessive vocalization, aggression, hypervigilance. Medical, GI upset, urinary issues, loss of appetite. Remember, cats are masters of hiding pain. The subtle signs matter most. That's what understanding cat anxiety symptoms gives you. You become fluent in a language that could save your cat from chronic stress and debilitating health issues. Are you ready to take action? Subscribe to MEDO'S Paws and hit that notification bell. Every week we share stories that help you understand the cats you love. This isn't just content, it's a mission. Let's do this together. Share your story in the comments. What stress signs have you noticed in your cat? What worked to calm them down? Have you dealt with multi-cat household stress? Your stories matter to the MEDO'S Paws family. Join us and experience the difference. And right now, MEDO'S on his cat tree, surveying his territory with those relaxed, half-closed eyes that mean he feels safe. That's the happy ending I'm fighting for him, and for every cat watching through your screen. Thanks for being part of the MEDO'S Paws family. Now go check on your cat. Watch for the subtle signs. You might just save a life. See you in the next video.
Pet tips, tricks, and love. MEDO'S Paws, your guide to happy, healthy pets. Pets.